Hey guys,
This is Sam,
and this is Dakota.
and this is
High
High Cognition.
cognition.
Normally she goes first. I wanted to
Yeah,
switch it up.
that's why I went,
Uh,
but that's okay.
I'm taking control
Ooh.
because I go first in this episode. This episode is
Yeah,
about
so this episode
is
is
about
about,
it's like leftover stories
yeah.
that we didn't have time to say in the past that we really wanted to. Dakota disagrees. She thinks it's stories that are random.
I mean that the episode is
No,
random
okay.
together because
Future
there's
Dakota, you can
no
cut this out.
full theme. But if you listen to the last episode at the end, we already explained what
Yeah.
this episode's gonna be about, so
And if you didn't, then watch the end of the episode
yeah.
because that means you're behind.
You'll also get some bloopers. I started putting bloopers at
Oh
the end
yeah.
of the episodes, and they're
I
they're pretty funny if I do say so myself.
think they're fine.
Wow.
Okay. This is a leftover story from the episode about cheating.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah, go on. It's
No,
fine.
say it.
I was gonna say I don't know if I'm gonna be able to
Remember?
which ones it's from right off the top of
See,
my
I
noggin.
put them. I
She's
labeled
just a
them.
baddie.
I
She
am.
goes the extra
I
mile.
have double J's. That's not true.
That's Swiss right
That's
there.
Swiss. Thank you, Swiss. This is from r/ best of Redditor updates.
Okay.
I, female 26, got a message saying my husband, male 26, is cheating on me. The message was from his ex girlfriend's best friend.
Ooh.
I, F26, got a message saying that my husband, M28, is cheating on me. The message was okay, that's just literally the fucking title.
So it's like a hey girly text.
Yeah. So, a bit of background. He and I have been together for 6 years and we have a really solid relationship. We never get in arguments. That doesn't mean you have a solid relationship.
No, actually, that kind of
Indicates maybe the opposite. You need to be able to argue and disagree.
communicate.
Yes.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Not argue. You know what I mean. I mean, arguing's fine. As long as it's not like you
Well,
get
I
it.
feel like you always end up. You're not communicating if you haven't had one argument and then
That's
been
what I
able
feel
to be
like.
like, oh, this is
Communicate
where
our
our
way out of it.
differences are. Yeah.
Yes. We never get into arguments with each other, and he's very open and will openly express how he's feeling or what he's thinking, and we're always on the same page. Before we got together, my husband lived across the country about 4 states away. We met because of a work course, and we hit it off right away. We kept in touch the next year via text until he decided that he wanted to be with me, so he transferred his job over to the city I lived in, and we've been together ever since, and things have been dandy. Dandy!
That's great.
Yes.
Hmm.
A year before we dated, my husband dated this chick, Charlene, for about 2 years until she left him. I knew about her but haven't met her or ever given her a thought until a few months into our relationship when my husband receives a text from her. Charlene texted him to say that she thinks I hacked into her social media profiles. He asked her why this was, and she didn't give much of a reason other than to say that she's been hacked.
The fuck? Okay.
Okay. So I handed over my devices to my husband to show him that I definitely did not hack into any of her profiles, and I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
So he texted her saying, I'd like to see how he confronted OP about this, but that's not mentioned. So,
Oh, yeah, that would be nice to see.
because I'm like, was he accusatory? Was he like, hey, I don't think you did this, but this is.
Yeah.
So he texted her saying sorry, but it wasn't me, and he didn't know who it was, but that was that. Then a few days later, husband started getting weird texts and calls from people he didn't know saying odd, vulgar things.
Ooh.
We didn't know why until his friend told him that Charlene posted a status with his phone number saying, "This person has hacked into my profiles and is stalking me." Husband doesn't have her on social media, so he had no clue. Nothing really came of it, and he managed to block the numbers, and that harassment didn't last very long. Flash forward to 5 years now, and we haven't heard from or about Charlene at all and promptly forgot about it. My husband's sister just had a baby in the town that my husband originally came from, which is where Charlene still lives. And since he hasn't been there in like 6 years, we decided to go down to see his family. We go down and everything is cool. He reaches out to some of his old pals to say hey, and we meet up with a few of them. Over the next few days, I get random friend requests from girls I don't know, two girls, who are from this small town. It shows that my husband is not a mutual it shows that my husband is not a mutual friend with any of them, and I ask him who these girls are. He says he doesn't really know, but one looks familiar and he might have gone to school with one. I think it's weird and just might delete the request.
Yeah, red
I
flag.
don't know why I said might. There's no might in there. She did delete it.
Good, good. I'm glad she did. I do stuff like that
I'm
too.
like, why am I like lying for her? Like adding to the story. Then the next night, I get a message request on Instagram. It's from a different girl that I don't know and that also lives in this town. She straight up tells me that she knows my husband from childhood and that he's been messaging her on Tinder. She sends me screenshots of my husband's messaging her saying that he's around and wants to hook up or something. Ooh.
Ooh.
I immediately show my husband, of course, and right away he drops what he's doing and hands me his phone unlocked and tells me that it isn't him and that he wants me to go through his phone so that I feel assured. I go through everything: messages, Instagram, all social media. I look through his apps. There's no Tinder. I go to his search bar. Still no Tinder. He opens his app store to show me it's not downloaded. He downloaded Tinder and entered his phone number into the login from where I'm from. If you go to the login, yeah, I think that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's from a specific place. Anyways, we look at the messages again, and he recognizes the girl as one of Charlene's best friends from college. Now, here's a few odd things from this. Well, just blah blah blah. Now, there's a few odd things with the screener. Now, there's a few odd things with the Tinder screenshots this chick sends me. It says husband's account is verified with a little check mark. His profile picture on Tinder is a really old one from his brother's Facebook, like 3 or 4 years old. It's not
Huh.
super old, but still.
Yeah.
His brother's the only one still friends with Charlene on Facebook, and it's the only lone photo of the husband on his profile.
Yeah.
It's a photo that my husband actually hates because he's not smiling and he has his tongue out, but his brother keeps it up anyways to bug him.
That's funny.
That's typical brother shit. The way my husband talks in the Tinder screenshot is a bit different from how
Also, unless he wants the photo down, then the brother's a dick for like keeping it up. Because I feel like that's non-consensual.
Yeah, no, I'd be pissed
Yeah.
personally, but I don't know their
Dynamic.
yeah.
Yeah.
The way that my husband talks in the Tinder screenshot is a bit different than how he usually texts me in general. It's very expressive, and he usually doesn't type like that. The message exchanges on Tinder are throughout the day, gradually, and not back and forth right away. It just happens that whenever husband replies, it was the only 2 times that we weren't together throughout the day.
Mm.
That's that's iffy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, am I misreading that? She gives a little example, but I don't care enough to read it. It's just like
I mean,
it's
it's iffy in multiple ways because it's like if you believe him, that means she's stalking you or
yes,
him to be able to know that that was the time she needed to put,
yes,
or maybe something is going on.
yeah. That's the thing. I love it. Nice little suspense. Shyamalanian twist at the end, hopefully. So the fact that it's around the same times where I'm not around him that the messages are is unnerving. I'm gonna try to read the message part because it isn't very long.
Okay.
So my husband at 2:30, I'm gonna try and say it in a way where it's easily understandable. My husband at 2:30 p.m. says, "Hey, how are you? Remember me?" And the other girl replies, "Yeah, hey, what's up?" My husband 2 hours later at 4:54 says, "Not much, just visiting my sister." This is now OP talking. So at 2 p.m., I had ran to the grocery store and was texting my husband about what I should grab for his sister's house. That's why I know the time. I mean, I just, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, at 4ish, we arrive at sister's, and after helping with supper, my husband uses the bathroom. He's not in there long, but I sent him a text with the poop emoji to be silly. That was at 4:53. So the fact that it's around the same times where I'm not with him is unnerving. That the screenshots show that they talk for longer after, but I can't see the times for the rest of the combos. And frankly, I don't want to message this girl and ask for more because it seems a little sketchy. Anyways, my husband hasn't really been on his phone in general this whole trip, so it's not like I see him sitting in the corner constantly texting. The people we met up with from his school the other day are close friends with Charlene and the girl who messaged me.
Mm.
So they could have easily told them when we were there and when we were visiting his sister.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird coincidence. Coincidence. It's a bit of a weird coincidence that this girl who's friends with Charlene happens to reach out to me while we are down for the first time in 6 years, specifically to visit his sister. We also just purchased a condo together 3 days before, so it doesn't make sense at all why my husband would just decide to up and cheat on me now. Not to mention why he would decide to hook up with Charlene's friend while I'm with him on this trip. Why would he use that super old Facebook photo that Charlene has access to? Plus, he surrendered his phone immediately and showed me everything once I talked to him.
That doesn't always
That's
mean
true.
anything.
That's very true, Dakota.
That could mean they know you won't find anything.
Yes, that's very true, Dakota. Very good point. Good job.
You're so condescending, you bitch.
I love it.
Yeah.
The only thing that rattles my brain is the profile verification and the times that the messages were sent. Update.
Can I make a guess?
Yeah.
This is gonna be out there. What if, because the picture, the brother keeps it up, what if it's the brother trying to wreak havoc? He secretly like
Oh
hates
my god,
his
that would be
brother or
fucking
is jealous,
crazy.
and so that's why he knows the when he goes to the bathroom because he's there. He
That
can
would be
see it.
crazy. See, it's been so long, I don't remember. I have not a clue.
I'm excited.
Update. I messaged this girl saying, "Oh, that's weird because my husband didn't actually have his phone on him the last few days since he dropped it." I assume she's lying just to see her
Yeah.
reaction. And her response was, "Oh, okay. You're welcome." So a few days have gone by since that woman messaged me, and I was telling my sister-in-law about the whole thing as we were visiting them last night, and I showed her the messages from that crazy chick. Now, in my original, I mentioned how I've been getting follow requests on Instagram from girls I didn't know in that town and just proceeded to ignore them. This is true, but I realized I got a detail mixed up. The woman who messaged me to say that my husband was cheating had messaged me on Facebook, not Instagram. My bad. Okay.
Okay.
I did not think it would be that
Yeah.
little. Um so anyways, I show my sister-in-law the Facebook message from that girl and she asked who she is. My husband said she didn't recognize her name at all, but her face seems familiar, so he think it must be Charlene's bestie from college, like we said before. He had only briefly met her once, though, right before the split, so he's not fully sure. My sister-in-law mentions how strange it is that the name is so generic and how there's absolutely nothing on her Facebook profile. The name on the Facebook was something like Sarah Smith, the most generic name out there. My brother-in-law goes to Charlene's Facebook and searches to see that they, Sarah and Charlene, aren't actually friends on Facebook. We dig through this Sarah chick some more to see that there are no friends, no cover photo, no statuses or birthday, and nothing. The Facebook profile was created the day she messaged me. We think it's Charlene behind that account.
Yeah.
Um, and she specifically made it to reach out and message me. I just never thought to view her profile at all. Someone in the Reddit comments before mentioned to me maybe those girls on Instagram trying to add me might be fake accounts made by Charlene or her friends. I thought there was no way she would go that far and thought nothing of it, but maybe they were right. Because it was about an hour after I deleted the Instagram follow that Sarah Smith messaged me on Facebook. I apologized to my husband for feeling the slightest doubt for a second, and he said it was completely fine and he understands completely and doesn't blame me. But if I ever feel uncomfortable about anything, I'm free to ask for his phone or talk to him. But seeing as the amount of years we've been together, I never needed to go through his phone, and I don't think I'll need to start now. Now it's a good story for us to laugh at and jokes on her because this ended up making us closer. Now here's my issue. How did they know the times?
Yeah. No, my reaction
Like
was
the
like,
exact time he went to the bathroom.
maybe I'm jaded, but like, I know
Maybe.
I've been saying that. I say that all the time, but
Yeah.
I still don't fully trust it.
I don't either.
I know it's a catch 22. It's like he showed all the proof he could, but it's not like you can't the lack of proof is not proof.
No, exactly. And
But you can't show
there's too many plot
proof if
holes.
there is no proof because you didn't do it.
Exactly. And if this was a TV show, I'd be like, they didn't. acknowledge this or this or this. Like there's several things like I said, the messages being exactly like when she's not around, when he's alone in the bathroom, the exact minute he went to the bathroom
Yeah, that's
is
what I mean.
supposedly whenever the text happened. Like, I don't know.
Maybe it's a coincidence, but that's pretty close of a
Yeah.
coincidence. Or here's another even more outlandish theory. This was a test that the husband did. He
Oh.
planted it, pretended to see if she would trust him or not.
Oh, I could see that. Oh, because people do tests. Do.
Doo doo.
Or he knows that no one would trust
The
that
Muffin
Facebook.
Man?
Yes. Well, no, because they logged into it with his account or number, and it wasn't that.
For Tinder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my other theory, that maybe he is screwing around with Charlene, and that's why the times are
Mm-hmm.
close. And she's like, I want to ruin their relationship, but I don't want him to be pissed at me. So I'm going to pretend to be a friend who he's flirting with to
Yeah.
break them up. Then he'll
So
come to
they can be
me.
together.
Yes.
Yup. I'd believe that too. Like I it's not that crazy or unheard of at all to make fake accounts. Is that
Yes.
not a thing you experienced in middle school and high school? And I
Law.
mean, how old are you? I feel
Viewer,
like that's something
if
you.
you're under, don't watch.
I mean, yeah, it's
Insert
rated M
age
for mature.
here.
So
Did we say the same thing at the same time? No, I said insert age here.
okay, I was gonna say it sounded weird, but I don't know. Bippity boppity boo.
You're torn.
Okay, so my first story comes from Boy Dinner Diaries. So
Ooh.
because I love the Girl Dinner Diaries, and
Mm-hmm.
um I
Ow! My sciatica. I got angina. That's not what that is.
this I'm trying I'm pretty sure I can't no. I literally can't remember. I think it might have been
You
like
don't have to.
I think it might have been relationship woes or something, but it was
Oh.
something where this dude pissed me
Yes.
off.
Show and tell, babes.
And it's I just okay. As of yesterday, my 20 year will likely begin its end.
What?
And he meant to say like my 20-year marriage, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
okay. It's like life?
I typically lurk, but I guess I want to pause from crying alone in my lab at work. I met the love of my life in October 2005. The summer song that year was Mariah Carey's We Belong Together. In less than a month, we were
Mhm.
madly in love. We were the perfect couple. People wanted to be us since forever. Our love was motherfucking indestructible.
Oh.
Bulletproof. Long sigh. He wrote that out. He literally
No.
wrote that out.
No.
Long sigh. April 2006. We were married. They met October 2005, by the way.
Oh my god, I was gonna say, is that like
And we weren't kids. I at 28, she was 32. Our song, Nora Jones' cover of Elvis' Love Me Tender. Still, the sweetest day of my life. The biggest complaint was we were only able to get about 3 slices of leftover cake, which was amazing and affordable. Truly the sweetest day. It was all sugar. 20 years, 3 beautiful kids, and 4 states later, here we are. It wasn't fairy tale, but it was still amazing. However, several years of biting my tongue and not speaking up at displeasure took my oh took its toll and turned into resentment.
No.
I guess I was hoping time would make me forgive. Instead, it accrued interest.
I
If there's
can't.
if there's any good to come of this, boys, if you truly love someone, fight. The details are unnecessary. We tried to work it out, but there's just too much anger, too many tears, too much pain. And while she thinks there's a way back, I'm unwilling to follow that path because it completely goes against how I believe spouses can resolve their issues, even though
What?
I literally just said if you truly love someone,
Fight.
fight. He didn't say that, I just said that part.
No, I
I simply will not continue, and it's killing me. Many will likely not understand, and may even blame me. That's fine. I've only known this woman's face when I wake up. She is still the light of my life. Beautiful. If you read this, I'm so sorry. Kids, I'm so sorry. As a man proud of my faith, I feel so abandoned. God,
Oh.
how does our broken marriage glorify you? Either way, I'm sorry, and resume ugly crying. If my coworkers come in to give me work, it's gonna be an awkward interaction. Sorry to you too. I know I will only get out of bed because my kids need me to, because I sure as hell don't want
This
to.
is woe is me personified.
Yeah. Brothers of Reddit, if you can spare a kind word, I'd really appreciate it because this is truly my darkest hour. And then for the boys' dinner diary and girls' dinner diary, part of that is posting a photo of what they're eating.
Yeah.
And they posted a picture of house fried rice with shrimp, chicken, and barbecue pork. And then said under it, my life may be falling apart, but I still gotta keep up my humble food pick game, right? Update.
Oh.
To those who were kind, I am truly grateful. Thank you. I suppose some details should be put out there
Yeah,
since I've
because
been
just
frustrated
yeah,
by
because
Reddit posts
there was
sometimes.
literally zero detail. It was just him whining, whining, whining,
Yeah,
implying that everyone's gonna be mad at him. Like,
yeah.
eh.
So here goes. That said, I was an emotional wreck 2 hours ago. Sorry. 1. There's no infidelity. Sorry, I said that weird.
Infidelity. Also, I thought there would be.
1. There's no infidelity involved. In 20 years, life gets tougher, bills get harder, and we've both dealt with serious professional setbacks in the last year. Sorry. I just like having that on. Somewhere along the way, during our arguments, she was quicker to be disrespectful and would curse me. Both of us know better. On my end, I honestly don't know where, but she's voiced that I would ignore her and be dismissive, leading her to not feel seen. And with the beatdowns of life, I suppose this is amplified. Number 2.
Wait, can I just say one thing?
Yeah,
Him being like, I don't know what she's talking about. She says I dismiss things. Like
literally.
as he's dismissing.
Literally. Number 2. Yesterday we were talking it out. She was wanting to do counseling. She was asking about individual or couples. Sure, I say, but that stuff ain't cheap. But we'll make it happen, I tell her. I know this will take time, but there was a time when we gave each other chances. The benefit of infinite doubt. I can do that and forgive right now. Can't we love each other and give the same grace we did 19 years ago? I'm sorry, she says. There's just too much water under the bridge. I'm too hurt. To me, it kind of sounds like I'm angry and I'm not over it. There's blame on both sides. I can forgive and forget. Why can't she? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again. That ain't enough now? That's a huge problem for me. If it gets worked out in therapy, sure, great. But it stings that it's necessary. It ain't a problem for me.
And as long as it's not for you, then it's not a problem.
Yeah, so we're in bed. It sounds like we've got a plan, and it looks like I'm about to get the love of my life back, whom I felt distant, ugh, whom I felt distant from. He says that so weird.
Yeah.
Whom I felt distant from the past 6 months, and we're on a path to 2006 all over again. Praise God! So I'm craving affection. I love this woman so much. So I start lightly stroking her thigh and then, baby, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to confuse the issue. Confuse the
What
issue?
the hell?
We've just said we love each other seconds before, and our sex life is actually one of the strongest parts of our marriage. And we don't want to use one of the rare tools that's very effectively brings us together
Oh my god,
emotionally.
are they gonna talk about
So now
why?
I'm feeling a million times more rejected. My touch repulses you now? That was the deal
It's
breaker.
so about
Why is
him.
it playing out this way. So, what I'm not willing to do is try to reconcile and be denied physical intimacy because it'll confuse the issue. The radical forgiving, I understand if she doesn't feel the same, but that, I don't see the reasoning there while feeling incredibly hurtful. That's just the last cut to bleed me dry. I was really reluctant to give details because I don't want the slightest chance of this somehow coming back to her. I'll be the bad guy all day, air day to avoid that. That's literally how he does it.
Oh no.
That said, I'm finding this therapeutic and may even print this out and show it to her. So there it
Oh.
is. Second update. I showed my wife this post, and I'm glad because my thoughts were organized, so it went way better than me just freestyling it. We're in a much better place, and so our marriage won't end in the next 48 hours. Yay! Thank God. Her first therapy session is sometime in the week. I'm trying to get mine scheduled sometimes this
He won't.
week. Some have brought up the point that, yes, wanting sex immediately after resolving conflict is a bad move, and that it's a
Yup.
celebration instead of a band aid. Great point. It's just after 20 years, we have used it as a crutch, both of us, and we'd overlooked the underlying problem and maybe repeat the same problem sometime later. We just didn't know better, but that's what she maybe question mark realized yesterday. Beautiful. Why didn't you say that? I didn't really know how to word it. Oh, okay. Lastly, for those who think my wife cowers under my physical intimidation by the sound of some of these posts, ha! My beautiful bride is a Texas born brass knuckles kind of girl. On one of our first dates, my buddy and I had to talk her down when she got heated with a parking lot guy during a misunderstanding. My kids ask her to ask me for stuff because he always says no to us and he never says no to you. All family knows she calls the shots. It definitely ain't me. I feel like moving forward, our marriage will be even better than before, and I have this experience and your insights to thank for it. Lastly, 8 hours ago, I was at the lowest point in my life, and I asked this subreddit for a kind word. Many of you have shown empathy and beautiful kindness. It doesn't cost anything to be kind. Alternatively, I guess, malice is its own reward.
Is that the end?
Yeah.
Dakota, I can't.
That's why I was like, this is so.
There's so much to say. This
That's
is
why
the
it was
world's
cut because
worst
I knew
man.
there was no way we had time for whatever it was because this was
It
brutal.
was textbook. Like every part where he could have went wrong, like he wanted sex to ignore issues.
Yep.
He
And then weaponized it
yes,
when she didn't want to.
yes, he also was he the one that told her like why didn't you just say that?
Yeah.
She tried. You ignored her. She told you ignored her
Yep.
and you got defensive.
Surprise, surprise. If a woman isn't treated right, she's not going to want to have fucking sex with you, asshole.
Also, if she's really this tough as you say, then why are you so openly okay with talking shit about her on the internet and printing it
Literally.
off and showing it to her? You are talking shit about your wife to the internet instead of communicating with her. And then in the same thread, you sit there and go, we've had communication issues, but we're better.
Yeah.
She just needs to tell me like you
Yeah.
don't want to do anything. Also, he didn't talk about what he can do to change anything really
No.
even. Like
And why bother talking about going to counseling therapy when all you did was.
also him going I'm going to set an appointment up for later this week. I'm like,
No, he's not.
my
I've heard that before.
ass. Yes, you have.
I feel like less people were super, super nice to him than he thought. He chose to hear what he wanted to hear.
Mhm.
One of the top comments that I was just like, because at first I was like, oh, whatever, that's annoying.
Yeah.
And then I went to the comments and then scrolled back up and fully read it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is being read.
Yeah.
This was a quote from the post. Our love was motherfucking indestructible, bulletproof.
Mhm.
If there's any good to come of this, boys, if you truly love someone, fight. And while she thinks there's a way back, I'm unwilling to follow that path because it completely goes against how I believe spouses can resolve their issues. I simply will not continue.
No.
She is still the love of my life, the light of my life. Beautiful, if you read this, I'm so sorry. You say details are unnecessary, but without them, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Literally.
That's what they said.
No, they're right.
And then,
By the way, for future reference, anyone listening to this, people are not going to want to be on your side if you're unwilling to provide details because they're going to go, oh, there's a reason they're not providing details.
there's a comment that said, all of this sounds like absolute horse shit. Fight for your love. I'm not gonna, but you should.
Yeah.
And then there was another comment below it, like in that same thread. So I don't know if he was responding to that one or not.
Yeah.
But he responded, "Thank you. When I ask for forgiving and forgetting, we're not overlooking the fundamental problem. I'm just expecting." He didn't say that. He said, I'm just expect neither of us." That's literally how he said it.
Yeah.
"To take score. And unfortunately, I'd say both of us were beginning to do it."
Oh
That's
my
all.
god.
That's all you took. That's all you took.
Oh my god. Not an ounce of
And so
regret.
I don't think he was responding to the original comment. I think he was responding to the other one. And that says, "Yeah, this. No offense, OP, but for a guy who says you'll fight and work through anything, but she's not willing to, but then it turns out you were good until she didn't want to have sex one time, that's not my idea of a man willing to work through stuff. Also, for the record, I get it from her perspective. Sex is amazing, can draw people together, but it can also muddle and confuse thoughts and emotions. Edit. I'm pretty slow to criticize on this sub, but as a brother in Christ, I feel a bit more responsibility, and this doesn't add up to me. I'm sure there are more details that make your side make more sense, but the way you've told your story doesn't make you sound like the person you say you are." Edit number 2. Also, she's right about counseling. Forgiving and forgetting works for one-off offenses. It's not how you build a strong marriage when there's been sustained problematic patterns. Counseling is how you fight for your marriage. Forgiveness will be a part of the healing process, but not via forgetting, but by remembering and facing the shit you've done to each other head on and choosing to change together. And that's what he took. We were beginning to take score, blah, 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 blah.
That is ridiculous.
And another comment that I love, and then we'll get back to like commenting about it ourselves. "I thought I was in the circle jerk sub at first because none of this makes sense. You totally can contradict yourself."
Yes.
So yeah, dude, I just want to say also, totally all for their the space for them to vent their issues. If it was like real issues, you want to work it out,
Yes.
whatever. But this is an abusive, manipulative dick.
Yes.
So I just want to say that's why I was reading it in such a condescending tone like that, because that's ugh.
He's a victim of himself.
And I feel so horrible for that woman.
Me too.
So horrible.
Okay, this is also from the cheating episode. This is from r/relationship advice. My 30M best man, 31M, stole my wife, 30F, and I think he's back to take my girlfriend, 29F.
Damn.
Yeah. 6 years ago, I was getting married. My best friend was 31. Nope. 6 years ago, I was getting married. My best friend Judas, fake name to protect identities. Sorry.
Judas, no.
Judas. He was my best man, and I was getting married to Leah.
Do you know what I was referencing?
It sounds familiar.
It's a vine. And I brought you frankincense.
Yes.
Thank you. And I brought you
Murder.
murder. Judas, no.
Yes. Our friend group was very, very close. There were 8/9 of us, and we always did everything together. Days out, game nights, holidays, etc. Anytime a friend would bring another female
Ugh.
into the group, Judas would end up hooking up with them. He was genuinely just naturally very funny and charismatic, which is a big part as to why he's everyone's best man. But he was never a threat to our relationships because we were all such good friends.
Okay.
Just a year into our marriage.
Just a year.
I realized I skipped the word over a year. I was
I
like,
do that
It like made my brain short circuit. Just over a year into our marriage, Leah and I started having issues. I'm in the army. Red flag.
Ugh.
I would
And you
never.
call them females?
Yes. Oh my god. You're right. I'm in the army, so I'm at camp throughout the week, returning home Friday evenings and leaving again early Monday mornings. This meant we only got weekends together, and I'd always wanted to spend them with the group. And she mostly want alone time, just the two of us, because she'd see the group throughout the week. This, amongst other things, had caused a lot of arguments, and we ended up separating. While all this was going on, two of our friends, Judas's cousin Andrew and his fiancee Phoebe, were 3 days away from their wedding day. Judas, of course, being his best man. Andrew confessed to Phoebe that he had been cheating on her with a coworker for 6 months. So they couldn't go ahead with the wedding.
Why would you wait 3 days before the wedding to
Yeah.
tell?
Yeah, that's like why I'm rereading it. 'Cause I'm like, I have to be missing something, but I'm not.
You know, I'm sure it was like he wasn't gonna tell, then he got so guilty
Yes, that he
for
had
his
to.
own benefit,
Yes.
not for her,
Not for her.
he
So he's
confessed.
like, clear mind, then we can move on, probably. On what would have been their wedding day, a couple of us went to Phoebe's for drinks to take her mind off of everything, and her and Judas slept together. Worst best man ever. Those two had always been very close, to be fair, but we were always but we were all very surprised finding out.
Why?
They apparently drunkenly did it a few more times over the next month before deciding to end it. While Leah and I were separated, I'd still be trying my best to resolve things and work it all out, but she was slowly getting less and less interested in the idea of us. She's not yours, buddy. The moment you break up, she has no reason to try and be interested in you.
There's no such thing as we were on a break.
No, literally, Ross. I later found out this was because she was spending all of her time with Judas. They had gotten into a relationship, and he was basically living in the house I was paying half the mortgage for.
That's not surprising.
Once again, worst best man ever. When I found this out, I angrily texted him, "You're dead to me." To which he replied solely with an image of the worst goodbye highlighted on a Ouija board. Of the word goodbye.
Oh, I thought you said the worst.
I
Goodbye.
did.
Okay.
Naturally, Leah and I went through the whole divorce process, and her and Judas were happy in their relationship.
Oh, I forgot they weren't just dating; they were married. I guess that does
the current
change it
one
a
that
little
they're
bit.
dating. Judas, Leah, and Andrew were all out of our little friend group. The rest of us had went out to celebrate when the divorce had finalized, and Phoebe and I ended up hooking up. What's the difference between you doing it and him doing it?
Thank you.
Fast forward to now. Phoebe and I have been in a relationship for 3 years now. Leah and Judas have split up, and she's now with some other man, and he's single. Andrew has gotten married, and he actually made it to the altar this time, and yes, Judas was his best man.
Oh.
This group learns no lessons.
No.
So who knows what was going to happen down the line with the worst best man and Andrew's new wife. Yesterday, I wanted to surprise Phoebe, and I set off to camp early Monday morning like I always do, except I booked this week off in secret. I waited for her to go to work, and then when I came back to decorate the bedroom with flowers, her favorite chocolates, etc., I parked my car down a block away so that she doesn't know I'm home. When she comes home, I surprise her, but I see she's on FaceTime. I'm 90% sure the face I see is Judas's.
I bet I was guessing that.
Yeah. How likable is this guy? Everyone's keeping him around, including the friends who he's cheating.
Yeah.
Earlier in our relationship, she drunkenly confessed to me that she thought her and Judas would have ended up together after what would have been her wedding night, and that she was sad when he ended up calling that off for Leah. So my heart sank. She told me it was just her brother on the phone, but I don't believe her. I had also surprised her with a trip to Disneyland because she's always wanted to go. In the near future, I had planned to propose there, but now I'm unsure if I should go through with this, especially if Judas has managed to worm his way back into her life. I need help. I don't know what to do, and I've been back at my parents' awake all night, and I'm dreading to go back home and have this conversation. Update.
Like, before you do that,
Yes.
why don't they all just become a polyamorous couple? They all just
It
take
basically
turns
is.
fucking who they want to fuck.
It
There's
basically
no
is.
hard feelings. Imagine how much cheaper it would be to split meals and shit like that.
I'm not really sure why any of these people are still interacting.
I know.
Update. I didn't expect this to get as many replies as I did, so I figured I'd reply to all here, blah, 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 blah. I'm from the UK. When I refer to camp, I just mean base. I
That's
mean, I
what I
think that's
figured.
normal.
Yeah.
Nobody remained friends with Judas. I put that in the original post.
No.
I could have sworn they said the opposite. Am I crazy?
No, I guess no, they did say he split off, so
Oh,
they
that's
weren't
right.
friends
That's
with.
right. That's right. I never had any issues neglecting Leah. She was whenever I wanted to spend time with the friend group because she would have been there too. So it wasn't complete neglecting.
That's still neglect.
Yes. Judas and Andrew are cousins, so they're going to remain friendly anyways.
Uh
Okay, that explains that. Um
and Andrew cheated anyway, so
yeah,
it's like
Andrew, it's
whatever.
like he
He put
probably
it in
doesn't
the
take it that
family,
seriously.
dap it up.
Yeah. Anyway, back to it. After leaving and going to my mom's,
My mums.
Phoebe had been messaging and trying to call, basically just asking to explain herself. I said I'd be back later, and after posting on here and reading and replying for a while, I managed to get some sleep. First thing I did when I woke up was call Phoebe's brother and explain to him my plan to propose, purely so he could be the one to break it to her when I chose to leave her. So, was he basically being like, hey, tell her whenever I break up with her that I was going to propose to her? Like,
So he didn't have to. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I also asked if he had been in contact with her recently, and he said no. The FaceTime couldn't have been him then.
Ooh.
I get back home, ready with everything I need to say, ready to call Phoebe out on her bullshit. But before I can speak, she hands me her phone and tells me I can look through it, that she's deleted nothing, and that she'd like to talk and explain rather than shout and argue. There's nothing in the FaceTime call logs, but in her regular call logs, there's a Snapchat video from Judas. I was kind of relieved that I wasn't just a paranoid mess, but obviously my heart sank. She said that Snapchat was the only place she could find him because he was in her blocked list, so she just unblocked him. Sounds to me like Phoebe was the one that had gone looking to contact Judas. I read through a bunch of the saved messages on there, to be fair, and it was mostly just boring chit chat and talking about musicals. I stopped reading when it got to a message from Phoebe to Judas saying, I miss you. I clicked on his profile to delete and block him for her and saw. Oh, I saw that she was eating plastic, sorry. And saw at the bottom of that page when they became friends on there, it was dated a week before. So they haven't been talking again for very long. What caught my eye was in the saved pictures, there was a picture of her feet.
Uh,
Phoebe claims that from a long time ago, apparently, Snapchat still saves all the previously saved pictures from when you unblock someone. Does anyone know if that's actually true? I'm not too familiar with it. Either way, I deleted him and blocked him for her. She then explained, technically, you can't do. Seems like the relationship's over. Let her go with me.
yes.
She then explained that she only re-added Judas because she had always, she was always feeling lonely for me 4 nights a week, and she just needed a friend. I don't know why our current friends weren't good enough for that, but whatever. She was making all the same complaints that my ex-wife had been making before we separated. I told her for this to work, she needs to keep Judas out of our lives. I told her I'll look for work outside of the army and leave. I'm a mechanic there, so I assume I can find work in a garage or something easy enough. We spent the week together and it was fine. I'm currently back at base and I'm deciding on if I will continue to go on with that promise and look for work elsewhere or if I'll just completely jump ship, move somewhere else in the country and not have the career costing relationships. Buddy, the career isn't the issue, it's your friend group.
Yeah.
The career has nothing to do with
There's
it.
multiple layers to that. Because one, it's like, why did she reach out to him?
Yes. I'm not going to sit here and
Two,
say she's innocent because honestly, I don't really get the vibe she
I don't think
is.
she's innocent. Yeah. But two, he said himself, this is the exact same things my ex-wife said before she left me.
Mhm.
So it's not just these women. If there's a common
There's a
theme,
pattern. Yeah.
maybe that is an issue you need to look at, but it doesn't mean you need to jump ship. And
Yeah,
I
he's
know
like,
it's in the. I'm glad he specified he lives in the UK. He said UK, right?
yeah.
Because I'm like, you can just leave the military.
Yeah, right.
What?
Can we do that? I don't think you can.
Us? No, that'd be
I
desertment.
think
You'd be
like
like you're
people
deserting.
just like shoot their foot so that they can get.
You have to
But
get.
that's not a thing
You
anymore.
have to get discharged.
Yeah, that's crazy. Although I guess he's just a mechanic. Is that different?
I mean,
don't
like, I'm
know.
sure it's different if you've like done your required
Yeah,
tour,
maybe that's what it is.
and then you're just doing whatever. I don't know.
like fucking around. I don't know, but that's annoying. I don't like OP.
I don't either.
I kind of feel for him in a small way. Like it sucks to be cheated on, but I am going to be so honest. What the fuck did he expect with the people he surrounds himself with?
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like everyone in that friend group is a little strange. Everyone's cheating on each other with each other.
Yes. They
This is high school.
they're very
It's so
emotionally
high school.
stunted.
Yeah, it's like these are 30-year-olds, and it feels like I'm reading a high school story.
Literally.
Like how the popular kids would keep breaking up and dating each other.
Oh my god. That happened a lot, with the band kids. I was a
Oh,
band
yeah.
kid.
Yes.
So my next story comes from Best of Redditor Updates.
Yeah.
Trigger warning, body shaming, and abuse.
Yeah.
This is so fucking heartbreaking
Oh.
for OP.
Oh.
I don't remember if I read it all or what fully happens, but I think like he takes what like the people of Reddit come through and are like, "Bro, you deserve better. Get out of there, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The title is I 23 male gained 70 pounds and ruined my relationship. Is it okay to ask my girlfriend 23 female to stop making mean comments about it?
Can you repeat that? That just seems so harsh.
I 23 male gained 70 pounds and ruined my relationship. Is it okay to ask my girlfriend
Uh,
23 female to stop making mean comments
I
about it?
can't. Oh my god. Is he? Oh my god. I can't.
And then
I wish I
there's
had a boyfriend to gain 70 pounds. That's the hottest thing ever.
mm-hmm. I don't want a
I don't
boyfriend,
want a
but
boyfriend, but
um uh title is wrong. My age is actually 24. Okay,
I
instead
don't
of
think they can edit
23, but
titles.
yeah, that makes sense. I just want to start by saying I don't blame her at all. She is a great girl,
No.
and I pushed our relationship to breaking point by gaining so
No.
much weight that I am no longer attractive. It's all entirely my fault, so I'm not angry with her.
Can't.
It's just, I know, like, that's what I mean by this is
I literally
heartbreaking.
can't. This is so sad.
Heartbreaking. It's just that the frequency and increasing nastiness of her comments are starting to get to me a little. Maybe I don't have a right to feel this way. I don't know. I gained almost 70 pounds in our 2-year relationship, mostly due to depression, drinking, and letting up on my previous strict diet. When we started dating, I was fit but a bit chunky at about 190 at 5'11. I had just lost about 40 pounds. I gained that back plus about 25 pounds more during our relationship, and I got to 258 at 5'11 at my biggest. I have now lost 7 pounds on a diet. I'm disgusting. I can't even look at myself.
I feel awful.
Yeah, I know. Me too. It was like, ugh. She brought it up after I had gained about 20 pounds, and then the comments got more
Just 20.
frequent.
Bro, I don't even think I'd notice.
No! And now she makes probably 3 plus comments slash insults a day about
No.
my weight. Here are some example things she has done or said. I know these may seem bad, but I'm not trying to demonize her. She is great otherwise.
Demonize the bitch. She did it herself.
She refers to me as her morbidly obese boyfriend to her friends and anyone else behind my back. I am morbidly obese, I think, so she's not wrong, but
Well,
it's very
saying I think means
embarrassing.
you're not.
I guess I deserve it though.
Okay, actually, I know he's not because if you're following, as if she was with you for being skinny, clearly, and you were following such a strict diet and you only gained 70 pounds, you're not morbidly obese by.
No. Even when with the BMI scale
Yeah, the
being
BMI scale is
crazy.
not even, especially for dudes. Like,
Yeah. We had an argument, rare, where she called me a disgusting fat pig and said she
oh,
was counting down the days until I died of
oh,
obesity.
oh my
She
god.
apologized for that one, and we had a good talk about things after, but she soon went back to the comments. She buys me clothes that are too small. She says it's not on purpose, but I think it is. And then says something like, "Wow, I can't believe you've grown out of that already."
Oh
One
my
time
god.
she made me come with her to the shop to return a pair of jeans and swap for a bigger size. She made a massive fuss about it with the employees and basically just humiliated me in front of everyone in the store.
Oh.
She said she would only have sex with me if I lost at least 70 pounds.
Oh my
She
god.
says she can't help but find fat extremely unattractive. I do understand that, and it's okay to have preferences. I'm doing my best
This
to
isn't
reach
a
that
preference.
goal.
This is dehumanization.
Uh huh. And I'm gonna lose even more than that.
No.
She calls me greedy and says I have no self control. She isn't wrong, but she will make me food, then if I eat it all, say that I have no self control. I never eat the full amount anymore, so I guess that tactic worked. If she makes me food, I'll only eat like a quarter of it so she doesn't say anything. I get anxiety whenever I eat in front of people now. I get like sweaty palms and think everyone is looking at me. I went out for Christmas dinner with my friends and only ended up eating a few bites because I was so anxious. I know that's a
Aw.
good thing and I should be
No.
thanking her for that, but I don't want that anxiety to stay even when I lose weight. This isn't her fault though, obviously. She is not responsible for my anxiety. Yeah, she is.
Yes.
She tries to control everything I eat. I am on a diet and have lost 7 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Not much, I know. Yeah, it is though.
That's actually like
Scary.
yeah, too
Well,
much.
like 4 to 8 when you're
I honestly I don't get the vibe he's
in two
really
weeks is
that
fine, but
big.
yeah, but same. I am on a diet and have lost 7 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Not much, I know, but I'm going to start a water fast at the start of the new year.
That's
Yeah, it
dangerous.
is.
That's
Yeah,
also terrible for you because you're not even one losing weight. Like
I
even if you're
know.
wanting to lose weight, you're losing water.
Yeah.
Not
She didn't force me to do that, but I hate myself to the point where I would rather be dead than live in this body any longer. So I want to lose the weight as quickly as I possibly can. I know it's not her fault at all. I ruined the relationship when I gained weight, not her. Her reaction is understandable. She doesn't want a fat boyfriend. It must have been frustrating to watch me gain all that weight. I feel terrible for what I've done to her. She always says how much happier I will be if I lose weight, and I know she's right. It's just I can't help but feel hurt and almost afraid of her sometimes. Not like actually afraid, just like afraid that I am physically repulsing her. I unconsciously suck in my stomach whenever I'm around her now. Sometimes she treats me like I'm the most disgusting thing she's ever seen. I agree that I am physically repulsive, but I can't help but be hurt sometimes. Should I just accept it? That's what I have been doing so far. However, since I started losing weight, is it okay to ask her to stop making mean comments? TLDR. Girlfriend frequently comments on my weight after I gain nearly 70 pounds. It's not her fault, but sometimes she does things that are quite hurtful, and I want to ask her to stop. Update.
okay.
Do you want to?
Oh, update. Actually,
Yeah.
can I say this before I forget?
Uh huh.
There's a reason she's in the relationship. She
Yep.
wants to be in a relationship with someone who she can belittle and make feel like shit.
Mm hmm.
She's giving you these portions so that you will eat them, so that she can belittle you. She's
Yep.
not breaking up with you because it's not even about you or your weight or whatever. Um Also, believe it or not, stress and anxiety can cause a uh lower metabolism, which can cause, you guessed it, weight gain.
And not eating will make
Make
your
it your
body, you'll
yes,
go into starvation mode,
and
which
which
means it'll
will lower
hold
your
on to all
metabolism
fat
because it's like
and it'll burn through your muscle
yes, because
first.
it'll be like we don't know when the next time we're gonna get to eat
Yeah.
is. Let's and also it affects your brain terribly. It
That's
eats
all
the
really
protein
bad
in
for
your
you.
brains.
And your mental health, what she's making you feel, that's
You need to
horrible.
get away from this woman. Also, you're not demonizing her. You're saying the list of things she did.
She is just a literal demon. It's not your fault.
Yeah. Anyways, update.
There are two updates. The second one's like short,
Okay.
and it's from a year later.
Okay.
This first update is has it's longish, so it's good, and it's 5 days later.
Okay.
Oh, also, um, the post was in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, the original post December 28th, 2019,
Oh,
and then the update was January 2nd, 2020, because it was after New Year's.
okay.
So COVID was starting
Oh
to
god.
be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know when lockdown. I can't
March
remember. Was it March? March, April?
March April because We went on spring break and never came back.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now, Lord, I was excited.
Me too. Okay, so
Not that I
update.
like COVID.
Yeah, no, fuck COVID. Update 1. Sorry, this is kind of long, but it did get quite eventful. Thank you so much to everyone who commented. It helped me see my relationship in a different light, so thank you all, even the ones who said I deserved it. The fucking Redditors that said that he deserved it,
Just trolls.
go fuck yourself.
Die.
The
Other
general.
people who probably weigh more than him.
Bro, right?
Not that that's a failing on their part, but I'm just
No.
saying they're just doing it to piss people off.
The general consensus was that she was abusive, which honestly shocked me at first. I really expected every comment to support how she treated me and say she was just trying to help, etc. I thought I deserved to be abused for gaining weight. I still kind of believe that, but I think most people treat their partners with kindness. I never want anyone to feel the way I did due to their partner.
Yeah.
Also, the high stress/anxiety levels I felt constantly are pretty terrible for losing weight.
Yeah.
I had convinced myself that I was disgusting and undeserving of love, and she was just trying to help. But I now realize she probably wasn't even trying to help me at all. It's hard to think that of her because I love her a lot still, despite her faults. I realize there were a lot of things in our relationship that I was uncomfortable with, that I felt like I could never bring up because she would get upset and start crying, so I would end up comforting her, or she would just turn it on me and get angry and blame me.
Darvo.
Things always had to go her way or she would start crying.
Of course.
Don't I know?
Yeah, you
Ugh.
do.
My girlfriend was entirely dependent on me for money, and I paid for literally 95% of things. She never wanted to get a job because I paid for her. I was okay with this because I loved her and felt like I had to prove myself to be worthy of her. I paid all the rent and bills. 2 days ago, New Year's Eve, I was in our bedroom on my phone when I got a text. It was from an unknown number calling me a fat fuck
Oh my
and something
god.
about how I didn't deserve my girlfriend. This wasn't too unusual. I have been receiving abusive texts
What?
from several different random numbers for months, mostly about my
Oh.
weight, but also about all sorts of things.
I can imagine who it is.
Yeah. I had several ideas of who it could be, and it was honestly eating me up inside. It was giving me extreme anxiety because they seemed to know so much about me. A few hours later, on a whim, I decided to call the number. I have done this before, but it never got answered. I even spoofed my phone number, and still nothing. You can probably see where this is going. Vibration came from my girlfriend's bag in the cupboard. I guess she forgot to put it on silent. It was like the biggest sinking feeling I have ever felt. She had purchased a burner phone specifically for texting me abuse.
That is disgusting.
She took time out of her day just to put me down anonymously and wear me down further. She wanted me to be hurt and not trust anyone around me. I truly never thought she was responsible for them. The thought had come into my head a couple times, but I immediately pushed it out. I didn't believe she was capable of something like that. She was always sympathetic when I got the texts and was trying to help me find out who sent them. It hurts so badly. I could almost forgive everything else, but everyone has a breaking point.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I just feel completely worthless. How disgusting must I be if my own girlfriend wants to say these things to me? Why would she do this? I don't understand. I guess she wants me to be under her control and even more dependent on her emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get out of the mindset that I deserve this. I knew I had to end it, and I had to do it before she would make me change my mind. I gathered all her stuff up and put it into bags. I was getting extremely upset while doing it and almost stopped, but I was also angry. I don't really get angry, and I previously just accepted her treatment, but something in me just snapped. I was actually mad at her for once. She was at her friend's house preparing to go out for New Year's Eve. I did feel guilty for ruining her night, but she had already ruined mine. I wanted to try and leave her in 2019 and start the new year without her. I had to do it right then before I thought about it too much and forgave her like I did for everything else she has done. I called a locksmith to come and change the locks. I knew she would have an extreme reaction to being broken up with by her obese boyfriend who doesn't deserve her, no matter the circumstances anyway, so I just had to do it. I
Mm-hmm.
texted her, I found your other phone, I love you, but I can't put up with this shit anymore. All of your stuff is in bags in the hall, please come by and collect it tomorrow. I changed the lock, so you will have to let me know when you're coming beforehand. Happy New Year. Yes, saying Happy New Year
Good
was a
putting
bit
your foot
petty.
down.
To say
You
she
can be
didn't
petty.
respond To say she didn't respond well to this would be an understatement. She called me crying, telling me she was sorry and would stop. She told me she was just trying to help me and that she was doing it out of love. She told me she loved me more than anything and she was so sorry. I almost believe her. I almost believed her, but I didn't give in. I apologized to her and hung up. She called me back 2 minutes later, angry and screaming, how could I dare do this to her, calling me a fat, disgusting piece of shit, and said she never loved me. She screamed that she never wanted me and that no one ever will. She screamed that even my own family didn't care about me. This hurt because my mum, oh, maybe this person's British too, was an abusive drug addict, and my dad left when I was 10, and I haven't seen him since. She said that whenever we had sex, she was thinking about her ex and praying for it to be over. I guess she was just trying to say anything that would hurt me. I blocked her number. She called me back again on her friend's phone, screaming, how dare I block her, and how dare I could leave her with no place to stay on New Year's Eve. I didn't do that. I would never leave her without a place to sleep. She could go to her parents, and she has plenty of money that I gave her, so she could get a taxi and stay in a hotel if she
Mhm.
preferred. She also said beforehand that she was staying at her friend's that night, anyways. She posted
Yeah.
on her Instagram story that she was heartbroken and that her boyfriend had left her homeless on New Year's Eve due to a little misunderstanding.
No.
After everything he put me through, he still does this. I loved him and thought he loved me, but I guess I was wrong. I then received messages from her friends telling me I'm a horrible person and she deserved so much better than her. Her mother, unpleasant person, called me saying she was
Probably where she gets
calling the police on me and that I was abusive.
it.
She also brought up my weight and said that it was laughable that I would break up with her looking the way I do, and I would never get anyone better.
My
All of
god.
this was stressing me out to the extreme. I hate confrontation in any form, and I think I was just constantly shaking the whole evening. My girlfriend's friend ended up calling me on a different number and said that she and her boyfriend weren't comfortable letting my girlfriend stay over at their house anymore. They were freaked out due to my girlfriend screaming abuse at me on the phone, and she was apparently screaming at them as well and saying she was going to kill me.
Oh my god.
So why are you calling him saying you need to get like cuz that
Yeah.
like you need to come get her, like she can't stay here.
Yeah.
Like no, say hey, she's been threatening to kill you, like you need
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
All her other friends at the house were freaked out too, and she was effectively uninvited from their New Year's Eve night, and they
Good.
were trying to find a way to get her to leave. She was telling them she had no money and no way of getting to her parents. This was a straight up lie. I had given her £500 several days ago. I sent her
Which
an
he didn't even need
extra.
to.
No, I sent her an extra £100 out of guilt anyway. I don't know where she went for a few hours, but she came back to my house around 2 a.m. and started trying to kick the door in and picked up a rock and tried to smash the window. It broke the window but didn't smash all the way through. She was screaming and crying through the letterbox. I ended up caving and letting her in once she calmed down somewhat, as my brother
Mm,
was there with me to back me up.
okay, at
She
least
was
that.
drunk and tried to attack me, but I held her back. Eventually, she just started crying. I felt really bad for her at this point and was almost ready to let her stay just for the night. But thankfully, my brother ended up getting a taxi with her to take her to a hotel for the night.
Good.
I felt really terrible the next day. I loved her and we spent 2 years together. I kept wondering if she's right, that I will never find anyone again. I can't see why anyone would want me. I also feel really guilty for what I did, and I was probably too harsh on her to just kick her out like that. Her mother came to collect her stuff yesterday and started screaming at me, saying that I ruined her daughter's life, etc., etc. I feel really bad. I hope she's okay, and I want her to get help and realize why she treats people the way she does. I know I wasn't the first. I brushed off so many stories about her and just ignored all the signs. With the weight loss, I am currently continuing my diet instead of water fasting like I planned. I want to try and do a sustainable diet instead of just starving myself for a month and probably gaining it back. I want to try a 7-day water fast to detox, though.
No, 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 no. Hey, let's not focus on the weight.
Thank you.
Like, at all.
Yeah,
It's not an issue
no.
anymore.
I also need to stop relying on alcohol to relax in the evening. It was a big reason I gained the weight. I realized I had been consuming at least 600 calories a day in alcohol alone, 3 pints of beer. I definitely used it to cope with stress, and I need to develop better coping mechanisms. Yeah, you can focus on that part, like the alcohol.
Yeah.
but not like ugh,
And you shouldn't be quitting it for the weight part. You should be quitting it because it's probably not good for someone who just went what they went through and who is using it clearly as a crutch to.
that's how you develop alcoholism.
Yes.
If that's not already technically like
I don't even
the
know when it starts
beginnings
to
of I
become.
know. That's abusing drugs,
Yes.
you know.
Yes, by definition.
I'm going to lose all the weight in 2020, and I'm also going to get into therapy so I can sort my head out. There are so many unhealthy thoughts I have, and I don't think hating yourself as much as I do is normal.
Mm-mm.
No. I feel sad, but strangely relieved, and like I can actually make changes in my life without her. So, this is the small second update over a year later.
Okay.
Hey guys, I hadn't checked this account in like a year, but suddenly got a load of
I
notifications to
am
my.
rooting for this man.
Me too. To this email, and this that's
A rare
rare for
feat.
us. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys, I hadn't checked this account in like a year, but suddenly got a load of notifications to my email and saw that my story got posted on YouTube. If anyone cares, I'm doing a lot better now, and it makes me physically cringe reading that old post. I was such a doormat and let her walk all over me. I'll never let anyone treat me like that again. I managed to lose all the weight I gained plus
Aw.
some in lockdown. Unfortunately, gained 10 pounds back in the most recent lockdown due to exercising less, but I'm working on losing that again. Uh, I'm still much happier and healthier than I was, drinking less too. My ex tried periodically to contact me, but seems to have now got a new boyfriend. Hopefully, she doesn't put him through the same shit.
She will.
I've been on a few dates, but no new girlfriend yet. Soon, though. I think I'm in a much healthier place to have a relationship now. Thanks for all the support.
I support this man so much. However, I love the steps he's taken to increase his confidence in the relationship game. However, he's still so heavily focused on, you know, needing to lose weight that he doesn't actually need to. And that's not going to be healthy.
No.
That's going to, like, it's clear that I don't know, he needs therapy after that. It's clear it's still screwing with him on
Yes.
some extent.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I don't get the vibe he had an issue before. Like, at least it doesn't seem like it.
No, it, like, yeah,
I mean, like, I don't know. That just pisses me off.
I know. Like, I'm so happy he's doing healthier and he's in counseling therapy, but
Hmm.
it sounds like he definitely still needs to he needs a health psychologist perspective of dealing with his relationship with his weight and food.
Yes. And a little nice smack of self awareness. But we all need a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Not me.
never you. No.
I'm the most self aware person alive.
Duh. But yeah, fuck that bitch. That is horrible.
Evil. Evil.
Literally evil. And the fact that she was like, I won't do it again. She literally got burner phones, my guy.
Yes. Like, which shows that clearly you are not the issue if she's going through such lengths to try and keep
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Don't rush into a relationship.
No.
No, that's always the wrong thing to do, especially when you're not comfortable with your own body.
Future reference, if there are even if they're drunk, even if it's a woman and you're a man, if they threaten to kill you, take that seriously.
Yes, please.
Do not let them in your home.
No. No, no, no. Even if you think you can easily overpower them, because, one, you don't know if they have a weapon.
Exactly.
Like, that could have gone so much worse.
Yes.
It didn't because I was there.
I mean, yeah, duh.
This is from r/am I wrong. I, 32M, have a friend, 28M, who is the best looking man. Seriously, he makes Chris Hemsworth look ugly. Okay. Fuck
Okay.
him. I've been struggling being his friend, and he's been undermining me for years. Nights out, stealing all the girls. Shopping, throw themselves at him. Sorry, I thought it said throw pictures at him, and I was like, what? Um, throw themselves at him. On the street, women have asked me for a picture together with him. Let's call him Jack. I've been told I'm not bad looking, but the fact remains, I'm a 6 out of 10 out at best, and Jack's a 10 out of 10. As much as he's a bro, knowing him is a liability. I have been eating into my life a lot, but one area I'm doing well in is the gym. I go about 4 times a week, and there's someone who I'm into at the gym. Let's call her GC for Gym Cutie.
Okay, ew, but okay.
Gym Cutie's in her mid to late 20s. I've been going to the gym for over 6 months, and I've seen her for a couple months now. I know her name. Gym Cutie and me flirt, and I've spotted her and we banter. Oh, I've spotted her, like, as in, like, gym stuff. I didn't understand that. I'm not a gym person. It's got to the stage that I'm on the verge of asking her out. On the verge?
Yeah, like,
Wow.
why haven't you I get what I would be nervous too, but, like,
I understand. I've been going to the gym for over 6 months, and I've seen her for a couple months. I've been trying to keep Jack away from the gym. But last week he was staying down my way and asked if he could go with me. Now the time he mentioned was not my usual time, and Jim Cutie doesn't go that time, so I thought why not? How would you know? Are you stalking this woman's schedule? Like, I was having a good session. Then suddenly I see Jim Cutie. She's going on a different day because she's going away from work tomorrow and she's getting a good workout in. I'm thinking things are going good. Time's good to ask her out. Fucking Jack walks over and she's gobsmacked. Like, I've gone from mate to doesn't exist. I see them flirting, so I just walk off and go get changed. Well,
rip.
you were just the mate, like a gym
Yeah.
friend, so it's not her fault. As I'm getting changed, he comes back in and I see him sorting his phone out. I asked him what happened and he said she gave him her number. I'm so speechless that I just stop talking and carry on getting changed. I'm driving us back from the gym and he's talking about Jim Cutie and them going on a date. After a while, I just fucking snap and rip into him saying he's a prick and that he cock-blocked me and stole my girl.
The fuck?
He's trying to act all apologetic. He had no idea. So I just drop him home and tell him to get out.
Jesus.
Oh my god. He doesn't even live around there, it sounds like. Were you like before, like, that's the one? Like, I doubt he actually knew. If he did, that's not. She doesn't belong to you, babe.
No.
As
Yeah, I have comments to say, but I'm just waiting
No, I
until.
understand. I'm so down. I haven't even been to the gym this week, and I haven't spoken to Jack. A couple of days ago, Jack rings me out of the blue asking me if I'm okay and that he hasn't heard from me and that Jim Cutie hasn't seen me at the gym, so they're worried about me. He says that he's got a peace offering and he's sending me an Instagram profile and says to look at it before I say anything. I look at what he sent me and it's a woman. She's a little chubby, not exactly ugly or fat,
Oh my god.
but she doesn't look like she goes to the gym. She looks like she's a bit nerdy. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he says it's a friend of Jim Cutie's. I'm angry because it's obvious that him and Jim Cutie have been talking. He says, yeah, me and Jim Cutie went out for a coffee and we spoke. She said that she feels bad that I liked her and she didn't like me back. She thought of a friend that she thought I'd like, who was the girl from the profile picture.
Yeah.
He's trying to sell me on this chick, like, bro, she sounds nice, a nerd like you and loves cats or whatever.
Oh, sounds like
And
just my type, bro.
yeah, and if it was a few years ago, I might be interested, but I'm trying to distance myself from that type of chick.
What the fuck? Also, I don't have a type. Women are just beautiful.
I know,
No,
same.
my type is my co-host, Samantha.
Same. My type is my
Mm.
co-host, Alfredo.
I knew it.
Now you.
Mm.
Apparently, they have spoken to the girl and she's interested in me adding her and maybe going on a date. And I guess Jim Cutie has really been selling me to her. I fucking rip into him. I tell him he's a twat for doing this and setting me up on a pity date and stealing the girl that was supposed to be mine. He's all like, "Bro, chill." And he thinks that's a good thing. That this girl's waiting for me to add her. So I tell him to leave me alone. There's an update. So basically, I'm now dating uh, Jim Cutie's friend.
No!
Not long after my
She does not
I know. If I would, I bet she has no clue he talked about her this way.
Mm.
I don't think. Oh, not long after my previous update, I had a follow request in my Instagram from her friend that they tried to set me up with. I'll call her Donna. I accepted and followed her back. I didn't think anything about it at first, and she messaged me saying hi and that Jim Cutie told me about her a while back. She didn't ask me anything major, just if I'm okay, and thanked me for following her. I was like, don't mention it. But she asked me a couple questions about myself, and I responded and asked her some too. I left it a couple days, and I saw she messaged me asking me if I'd like a coffee. I said, yeah, okay, let's go out. So we did. You don't go out with someone if you don't even, like, if you're
You don't
apparently
respect
pissed.
them at
Like,
all.
apparently you're pissed at them, like, for existing, basically.
I'm not okay.
No, literally. We really got on. She's actually way cuter in person.
Huh.
That is a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, it is.
We have similar experiences. She's also been married and divorced. She's lost a child too. And she's really easy to talk to and just gets it. We're both naturally introverts at heart. After that, I asked her out myself to go for a meal a couple of days later. We went out and had a great time. We had a couple of drinks, got tipsy, and started flirting and kissed too. We've been out since. Similar vibe, flirty, kissing, etc. And she says she wants to come to mine soon and watch a film together. I'm probably dense, but I assume that means she wants more. I accepted anyways, and she's coming over tomorrow. Me and Jack are talking again. He was really worried that about me, and I assured him that I'm doing okay. He's made up about me and Donna though, and gave me advice and stuff. I started seeing a therapist, thank God,
Thank God.
and they seem better than my last one. I've had 2 sessions so far.
Mm,
Keep it up
yeah,
forever. So I'm
please.
feeling much better at the moment. Please, please learn a lesson from
Is
this.
that all of it?
Yes.
Okay, very beginning, you should have said, "Hey, bro, there's this girl at the gym that I really like. Do you mind not
Yeah.
shooting your shot or
Yeah.
anything?"
That wouldn't have been a big deal.
Whatever. Then if he says, "Yeah, no problem, bro," and then he does it, okay, you
That
have
would be
a
a dick
little
move.
right to be mad. Yeah, that would be a dick move.
But that reflects him solely as a friend. Like,
Yes. All those things you said about that wonderful, wonderful woman, you do not deserve her.
no.
You should have went to therapy, all those things, yada yada yada. Like, what do you think's gonna happen if she ever found this post and came to know it was about her?
Yeah. Literally.
I just like you said, I hope he takes a fucking lesson from it and this never happens again and he changes.
Also, I am so naturally like just icked out by any man who's like, "You stole her from me. She was
Thank you.
mine. She
Thank
was
you.
mine." Like, what the hell? It's not like a
Mm-hmm.
doll.
No. No, it's fucking ridiculous.
Donk.
Okay, so my last
Door.
story, I'm gonna give you option two.
Oh, cool.
So either this one comes from the subreddit r/confession.
Ooh.
I live with regret that is too much for me. Trigger warning essay.
Oh.
So there's that one. Or there's, am I the asshole for telling my niece I'm disappointed in her?
No, I want the first one.
Okay, I was hoping you would. So again, this the last story comes from the subreddit confession. Title: I live with regret that is too much for me. Trigger warning: sexual assault. This is a history that spans over several years, and I'm not looking for any sympathy, as it can't change the damage that I've done to my life. I grew up with a cousin F. I'm assuming that's male, female.
Yeah.
Who is the same age as me, and I always felt happy to have her as a close friend. At around 6 to 9, and likely before, as early as I can remember really, we would find a space at family gatherings where we could hide and touch each other inappropriately.
Oh
I can't remember particularly how often, but it continued for years. This is not where the weight of my regret comes from, as I've read that at that age it is fairly common and not tied to development. No, it is
no.
tied
It
to
is. It
development.
is.
Why did they say they said that wrong. It is tied to development. It's not sexual.
Yeah.
Getting older, we never spoke about what had occurred and continued to grow up in close proximity as friends. In our early teen years, we continued spending the night and hanging out. This is the beginning of my indefensible actions. When we
Oh.
were both 13, I started to touch her again in her sleep.
Oh my god.
I think I did this because I knew it was wrong. This only happened a couple times before she realized what happened one night. The day after, her family called mine over, and I knew why. When I was asked what I had done, I panicked and lied, denying what happened. Unfortunately, my cousin had a history of stealing and lying, and this led to me being believed by my parents and to some extent her father. The next months to years were horrible and an awful strain on my parents, and really the entire extended family. For several years, there was no contact, as if a switch was flipped. By our late teens, things were sort of back to normal, and my cousin and I started to become amicable and speak again at gatherings. Things were never truly the same. It seems that she maybe forgives me, but I will never know, as I don't believe bringing it up again to apologize is the best thing for her.
Yeah, probably
We are
not.
25 now, and I hate myself for what I did. The weight of my actions is present in my mind constantly, and the regret I have for what I did to her and our whole family is too heavy. We had such a beautiful life before. Every day I wake up from dreams and wish I was dead. Maybe I will be sooner than that. I have never done anything else like that in my life, and I like to think I prioritize treating people right, but I'll never get away from what I did. I miss the feeling of life before so much.
Oh god.
Um, I I see why you're saying you think it would be better if she doesn't. I think at first I was thinking that, but I think the opposite just because her family thinks she's lying
Oh, that's a good
about it. He
point.
needs to confess to all of his
That's a
family
really
and
good
say, "Hey,
point.
I'm really sorry I lied. I did sexually assault her."
Yes. Yes.
Now, like he needs to do that.
Yes. See, I was thinking like the going up to her and like cornering her in like a room being like, "Hey, forgive me for doing this."
And especially since he's sounding suicidal or whatever,
Yeah.
like one, you need to get help for it. You did what
Yes.
you did, you can't take it back obviously, but you need to
This
deal with it. And yeah, you deserve to have that on your conscience for the rest of your life,
this
but you
is
need to live life.
that's the thing, like the only way to move forward is accept that nothing's going to be the same. You have to not do that shit, obviously. And well, one, obviously you need to tell the truth
And yeah.
and not move on because that sounds like so dismissive, but like try and grow and not, I don't know.
And
You're not helping anyone by being depressed. That sounds terrible.
imagine how horrible, no, I get what you're saying though. It is for the cousin to go to family events and have to be talky and like
Yes.
amicable with him.
Yes. And meanwhile, everyone's sitting there thinking that liar lied
A
about
girl who
him.
screamed rape like in the middle of the night when she was
Like they
sleeping.
probably see them two interact and go, "That poor boy,"
Uh-huh.
and that is something that needs to be fixed.
Mhm.
That's just so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Also, I'm wondering if like I don't know, like did something happen to him? Or
That's what I was wondering, cause yeah, to a certain extent, there is, yeah, normal things that
yeah,
happen, but he was 16 when it happened, so I feel
I thought he was 13.
oh, maybe he was 13, I don't know. I'm gonna look.
I think they were like little whenever they first started.
Yeah, they were little when they first started, but I meant, like
I think they're 13 whenever that one incident
you're
happened.
probably
And I think
right.
they were mid or late teens whenever they started getting a little more back to normal.
Yeah, you were right, when they were 13, started to touch her again.
Mhm.
Um,
Uh-huh. No, I'm kidding.
so yeah, I definitely feel like something has to happen like that, and
And
you need to work through that. I'm not saying you are absolved of responsibility
no,
because you very much
like at the
are.
end of the day, she's the victim,
Exactly.
but you are not going to be a you're not helping or being a better person by not getting therapy and sitting there isolating yourself being suicidal,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. And you need to acknowledge, like, oh, yeah, going and just telling her, hey, I'm sorry, whatever. That would be just doing it for you. You are being
Yes.
selfish.
See,
You
that's the
need to
thing.
tell the
Everyone. See,
everyone.
that's the part where it matters because
Yes.
like I don't know, like cuz at that point if you just go up to her like privately and it's just like I did do that to you.
Yeah, she'd be like, I fucking
Yeah,
know.
like that's not going to help. One is that's going to be concerning just like being like, yeah, be here alone with me while I admit to this
Okay, well, we hope you enjoyed this episode.
episode.
Um,
Episode.
I don't know what the next episode is. It's gonna be a surprise. Okay,
It's
so
either
it's
liars,
liars, wedding
weddings,
drama,
or bad parentals.
bad parentals, or everyone sucks here.
Oh my god, I forgot we had that
And
too.
though everyone sucks here is either like it's like it got ruled everyone sucks here, but we don't necessarily agree with that.
And sometimes we do
Yeah, that's why I said
or don't.
necessarily.
well, necessarily means like
Yeah,
you didn't
whatever.
say
Okay, okay,
you didn't say
okay.
but not for necessarily all of them. You said, but we don't necessarily disagree, which
True.
could cover all
True.
of them.
That's true. True. Okay, well, we hope you keep
So-
listening and we hope you enjoy this episode of
High
High
cognition.
Cognition.
Before I can speak.
Waiting to watch me gain all that weight.